What are your thoughts on the use of AI in film? Do you think that there's a place for it ethically, or do you think that overall it's a detriment to the art form?
Well, I have a little badge. I'm going to preview to this little badge that BuzzFlix is making up. Where we like to give little bits of water bottles and hats and things to the crew. I've got a little patch that says 100% human made.
I love it.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I looked at what AI could do. And, I actually had one of my employees work with some AI. Said, let's see what kind of script the AI can write. And it wasn't great.
No.
Probably could have made it. I could have made that script in the 80s and no one would have complained because our scripts were so bad back then. but it was just, it was, what are they calling it now? Slop?
Yeah, AI slop. Yeah, that's
AI slop. And that's exactly what it is. So, can it produce consumable slop? Yes, we could all eat, bad, overprocessed oatmeal for 3 meals a day as well. But we're working with artists here.
Yeah.
And artists will use whatever tools enhance their ability to be artists.
Yeah.
I just don't know if AI is that tool.
What are your thoughts on that, Tony?
Yeah, look, AI, I agree with what Bill said. AI is not going away, and we will find more and more ways to integrate it into our overall production workflow. On the scripted side, nowhere near there yet. You need humans writing these scripts and forming these stories and working with all the various arts and themes and putting all that together, and AI just cannot do that yet. But there are some small things now that AI can help with, some logistical things, organization, maybe some things on the post-production side AI can help with, because a lot of those processes, just are repetitive, and AI can easily do that probably better than a human can. So it will only grow. It's not going away, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
In terms of it taking over or taking people's jobs or whatnot.
Right. As far as creative goes, we want to make sure that it's coming from the soul, which a machine can only try and replicate. That's something that it could never possibly do. So if it can expedite any kind of the business side or whatever, planning or scheduling, like you mentioned, I think that's probably a better use of it.
Absolutely.
Do you have any advice for any upcoming filmmakers? Anybody out there that just is super passionate about producing or directing or writing? Besides go out and do it, is there any practical tips that you can give them? I know everyone's got a phone in their pocket. Everyone is a walking studio these days. Anything outside of that that you can recommend to them?
The most important thing, tell stories that you care deeply about.
Yep.
I think early on in your career, what Bill touched on, have a little humility. So a lot of kids come out during film school or come out of film school. I'm a producer. Okay, what have you produced? A short film. That's great. That's an achievement by itself, but you're not a producer yet. Can you access funding? Do you know how the development process works? There's a lot to learn as a producer. You wear many hats. So if you start doing other jobs on the production team, whether it's a PA, whether it's as an assistant production manager or production coordinator, doing all those jobs for a little while, over multiple projects and years, that will teach you how to be a good producer and managing people and all the various actors, talent, and all the various problems that can happen. That will teach you how to be a producer. Don't just come out of film school thinking you're a director or a producer. And you might be, but the vast majority of people are not.
Wearing as many hats as possible and trying to just get a sense of everything, trying to learn,
ask questions,
be open.
We've got 4 episodes of the show and 1 summer and an experience these students will talk about for the rest of their lives. What does success look like for these students moving into the future? I guess just consistent work, just consistent careers. What does that look like in your opinion?
I think it's not everyone who does this will want to be doing this 5 years from now. It's hard. It's financially, a lot of sacrifices are made by the technicians and the crew. And the writers and the actors. It's a hard business. We see the success stories and we don't see the people who are, can't buy a can of beans.
Yeah.
And so not everybody will stay in the business. But I guess what I hope they take forward from this is it is hard. And if it matters to you, it's worth it.
Follow your passion, essentially.
Yeah.
Self-tape or in-person audition for actors? What do you prefer as far as what you see?
I think it's interesting. I used to swear by in-person auditions.
Yeah.
and sat in many, many grueling casting sessions, both for those of us behind the table and for the performers on the other side of the table, pouring their hearts out, not knowing what we were thinking, or worse, imagining what we were thinking, which was probably awful.
It works.
Right?
Yeah.
So I like self-taping and that the artist has a chance to, show what they can do with a little less pressure on, without walking into a hall where there's 10 other actors who look just like you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, probably most of whom because you've seen them at the last 10 auditions. So I think that the self-tape actually has a opportunity for more people to be showing their best work.
Yeah.
The audition is a very nerve-wracking process. Obviously, lots and lots of actors take classes specifically about nailing the audition.
Yes.
In fact, one of the things I warn the young directors about is like, well, all these guys have taken classes on auditioning. You've got to sort out the ones that can really act. And the self-tape gives a little bit more breathing room to do that. I do think at the end of the day, when it's down to difficult decisions, you need to meet the people because it's all about the people.
Yeah.
So it's a hybrid is what I still like to see. But we see more people because of the self-tape options. Before, when it was just pick and res, when literally, I'll tell another old guy story. Great Canadian actor, Billy Van, if you know who he was, right? He was the voice of Spider-Man. No, was that Larry Solway? Okay. Anyhow, Billy Van, late in his career, was living at the actor's retirement home and breakdown service, because he wanted something to do during the days. He was their courier.
Wow.
And you'd be in the office and a guy would come, breakdown services who used to send out the pics and res. Just still headshots with resumes on the back, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right? Of a previous generation. And this great Canadian actor would bring them into your office and we would bring him in and we would get him to tell us war stories about, this movie and that movie and this Canadian TV show from the 1950s. And it was great seeing him, right? But you only got so much. So you get these big stacks. And the truth was, every producer I worked with at the time, first thing they would do is they would sort the envelopes by what agency they came from. And the B agencies, those envelopes wouldn't get opened unless nothing good was in the envelopes from the A agencies. And even then, you'd look at the picture, face looks okay. Everybody had a great headshot. They went to a great headshot photographer. You flip that picture over, and the first thing you do is, what are their credits? And more importantly, what directors have hired them time and time again? Right? That was the first thing I would look for on any resume when I got to that stage. It's like, does the same director hire this person over and over again? Or do they work here one, here one, here one? Right? Especially for up-and-coming actors rather than journeymen. Now with, the breakdown, the workbook, we can go through and we can look at everything. And you don't get that sort of self-sorting. So a great performer who doesn't have the contacts to have that A-list agent yet is going to have a lot more opportunity working with workbook than back in the day when I'm sorting the envelopes out and really more interested in talking to Billy Van.
Yeah. Right. Oh, man, that's great. I got to look him up. He was the voice. What's Spider?
Hilarious House of Frightenstein. That was Billy Van. The Hilarious House of Frightenstein.
Oh, which Spider-Man? Oh, he didn't do Spider-Man.
No, it was Larry Solway who did the voice of Spider-Man in the Ralph Bakshi animated Spider-Man cartoon that they made in Ottawa.
Oh, I love Bakshi. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting down to the final few here. It's going to be rapid fire questions. How do you balance work life and the rest of your life? Do you have any tips for anybody out there? Do you vacation? How do you unwind? Where do you like to go?
Bill's going to love this question.
Okay. So I spend half the year in Portugal.
Oh, wow. Okay. I've been looking at Portugal. Yeah. That sounds like that's a beautiful.
It's a wonderful country. The food's great. The weather's great. I don't spend winters in Canada anymore. I got rid of my skis.
Yeah.
So
smart.
And but how do I unwind? Yeah. I watch a lot of shows on YouTube these days.
Okay. Anything you recommend?
Well, I like car racing. So, You know, I watch channels like The Race. I watch guys like Legit Street Cars who repair and soup up cars. I'm still a car guy at my core. I don't go out to the track anymore. My wife won't let me do that, but we did put a racing simulator here with iRacing in the office.
Oh, cool. Really? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So we're not, it's not like the, basketball court in the 2000, the Y2K company that had the basketball court in the lobby, but we do have a racing sim in the corner.
Okay.
And
Okay,
I'm very fortunate. I've traveled all over the world making movies, and I've been very lucky I now have friends everywhere from Italy to Uruguay to Norway to Ukraine. And so I do like to go and visit my friends from time to time as well.
How about yourself, Tony?
I have 3 young children under 3.5, so there is really no rest for me whatsoever. But
Okay.
in this business, you're working 15-hour days sometimes just in prep, and that's not even in production. You need to take time for yourself, or you will burn out very, very quickly. And we've seen it, Bill and I have seen it happen so many times. So you just need to find ways to just step away.
Yep.
Somehow make time for it. Doesn't matter what's going on, and take some time for yourself. Me personally, I'll take a history book so I don't have to read it. When I get tired of reading scripts or working in development, I'll read a history book about Napoleon Bonaparte or something, and that calms me down for a bit, and I can continue my work or be more relaxed after that. So you need to take time for yourself no matter what's going on in this business.
Yeah.
Everyone for us.
I will speak to one piece of that's very important to me, right? And that's the mental health of all of the filmmakers, both the Buzzflixians, as we're now calling them, but everybody who works on all of our movies, right? This industry can ask too much of people. And when your family life or your health are at risk, when you drink too much, when you're taking drugs to stay awake, you've crossed a line and you need to step back.
Yes.
And the mental health of the filmmakers, from the whole crew, is something that it's not worth it.
Yeah.
No work of art is worth destroying the people who create the art.
There it is. A lot of people feel
We're not saving lives here.
this is entertainment. Yeah. You got to treat yourself, with the respect that you deserve and not kill yourself for it. A lot of people feel like they have to do that. So that's great advice. Yeah.
I have a friend who is an eye surgeon and, works a very, very delicate surgery with a group of people, especially if they're reconstructing somebody who's been in an accident.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a joke when they're sitting there and things get a little tense in the operating theater. They go, "Hey, people, we're not making a movie here."
I love that. That's great. Do you have any favorite filmmakers right now? Anybody that you're able to name? Any films or shows that you've been watching recently? I know, Bill, you just mentioned that you're into the racing shows on YouTube. Tony, are you watching anything right now that you can recommend for anybody watching?
I haven't had a chance to watch anything in the last 5 months.
Okay.
I had 2 twin daughters, so it's been tough to do that between taking care of them and obviously prepping these movies. But the best film I've seen as of last year, the last movie I watched before my daughters were born was Weapons. Incredible movie. Most original movie I've seen in years.
Yes.
Blew me away. If Hollywood did more of that, whether on the indie side or Hollywood, whatever, the industry would be saved.
I think Zach Kreger is my favorite director right now. Absolutely. That's a great, man. Oh, yeah. Have you seen Barbarian? That is
so
plain-blowingly good. It's so doesn't go at all how you expect it to. Absolutely. So very cool. Yeah, Weapons was amazing. Great choice. And if you could have dinner with any person in the film industry from any time over the past 100 years, who would you pick?
I would say Federico Fellini.
Fellini, 8.5 fan, huh? Nice.
Yeah, plus he loved Italian food.
Okay, nice. So you would have Fellini over for dinner, make him some nice Italian.
Yeah, or I'd actually probably make him take me to his favorite restaurant.
Okay. Oh, I could. Since we're get him to take you where he likes to eat.
Yeah.
Very cool. What's your favorite Fellini film?
La Strada.
Okay, I still have to catch that one.
Oh, it's black and white. It is one of his first films. It is a masterpiece.
Okay, it's on my list. And how about yourself, Tony?
I mean, there's so many. First one comes to mind, I would say Oliver Stone. I don't always agree with his political stances and viewpoints. However, he is a filmmaker who has something to say, and all of his movies are meaningful and pretty incredible for the most part. So, Oliver Stone.
Any fave Oliver Stone films?
Probably JFK.
Ooh, classic. What an ensemble. I love that.
Gary Oldman. Yeah.
Oh, it's incredible. And Candy just killing it as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, great. All right. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. I just want to say thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. That was incredible. You guys are both just great, and I can't wait to see what you end up cooking up with BuzzFlix. And I'll be watching the show when it comes out. And yeah, thank you so much again.
It was great to meet you. Thanks for spending time with us.
Absolutely.
It's been a pleasure.
All right.
Talk soon.
Take care. Bye.